What's up, you guys? It's your boy JYB here. Welcome to another video, y'all. Today I'm going to react to top 10 deaf game anime with violence and sex. If you guys want to enjoy this video, y'all, make sure you guys X up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification. And plus, anyhow, this actually caught my entrance of, pretty much watching this video. Let's dive on it.
Death games are some of the most beloved premises in anime, as it throws all the
high-rise invasion. That's what the anime called. Yeah, high-rise invasion
of survival, allowing for some surprisingly deep
y'all missing out.
existential dialogues, if not at least some pretty gruesome sequences. This list will highlight some of the anime with death matches, which means you lose, you die.
Yeah.
So before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and press on that bell icon, as that is all to be notified about our latest videos. Coming in at number 10,
this whole
King's
arm.
Game. This anime is basically about a classroom that starts receiving orders from a self-proclaimed king via texts. If they don't obey these orders, then the king punishes them, usually with death. And a painful one at that. I'm talking screaming, exploding body parts, projectile limbs. The story can be confusing at times, but for the most part, it's very easy to follow what's going on. The king's orders usually boil down to have with this person, or one person has to choose someone to die. We end up with lots of similar situations, but the show does a good job of switching up what reactions the characters have, and ways in which they die. This story could have made a good show if it was executed better, but instead we get this lovely masterpiece. Try your shot at it if you're interested. If your sense of humor matches with mine, you'll have a great time with this show. Coming in at number 9, we have Dorel-ku The Animation. So a retainer-like device known as the SCM is being sold on the internet, and rumors have it if you wear it and challenge another person that's also wearing one to a duel, you can turn them into your slave if you win. The anime starts off in an aggressive tone. As expected of a seinen or a grown-ups anime series, if you are a sensitive person or plan to watch this with someone else, you better consider it. Due to the nature of the plot itself, masters and slaves, those roles are assigned immediately after you get someone to play a random game and have the win or lose roles assigned. The winner gets supremacy over the loser. There are some small rules in place to prevent exploits in life-threatening situations, but bluntly speaking, the winner can demand anything. Although it does have its own uniqueness. We get to see the sides of the characters through their backstory and how the SCM has changed their lives from being master to becoming slaves due to their own negligence, pride, greed, lust, and perversions. So you have been warned. Watch this at your own risk. Coming in at number 8, we have Juni Tyson. There is a tournament named Juni Tyson that takes place every 12 years. In each tournament, 12 warriors representing each of the 12 Chinese zodiac signs are called to compete against each other in order to win the ultimate prize. One wish of their choice granted, whatever that is.
That's a male bunny?
Warriors are asked to swallow some poisonous jewels that will kill them after 12 hours. In order to win, the winner must gather all of them before the deadline. And so, the merciless battle begins. However, when your opponents are 11 of the deadliest warriors on the planet, survival is slim, and winning may not even be an option. This anime poses some deep philosophical questions while juxtaposed with some of the most unrealistic fighting scenes you'll catch. But this is an extremely fast-paced show, so if you are the type of person to like non-stop action with a small amount of character development, you've come to the right place. Coming in at number 7, we have High-Rise Invasion. Yuri has found herself in a very strange predicament. While in class, Yuri witnesses a strange tower and seconds later finds herself on top of a high-rise building that is foreign to her. Before Yuri can understand her situation, a man with a strange smiling mask attacks her. And while she manages to hold back this attacker, she quickly learns the dark reality of this world she's been whisked away to. Yuri will need to survive against strange masked attackers who wish for her death, all while befriending strangers in search of her brother and a means to return home. Can Yuri escape this nightmarish realm, or will she find herself joining the growing list of corpses? We always love action-heavy series, and High-Rise Invasion delivers, with plenty of action scenes and moments. You'll have girls unloading guns on various threats one minute, and a man dressed as a pitcher throwing literal cannonballs to destroy human skulls in another. High-Rise Invasion isn't shy on showing some super edgy content, having our female cast lose their clothing, and don't expect any nudity. High-Rise Invasion is also quite gore-heavy, So those who love mature action series like High School of the Dead or Future Diary will enjoy the splatterfest to come. Coming in at number 6, we have Killing Bites. The story begins when an average college student, Namoto, agrees to go pick up girls with his newly made acquaintances. Things don't go as planned though, because Hitomi, aka Ratel, the girl they try to mess with, turns out to be a real beast. This all leads to Namoto getting mixed up in the world of therianthropes and their deadly bites. So basically, it's a battle royale anime with furries. These people are infused with specific animal DNA, resulting in them being able to turn into their animal forms. Okay, not the best story-wise, but the fighting is what really drew me into this anime. And I would be lying if it was 100% the fighting. A large portion of it revolved around the amount of heavy fan service in this anime, which can also boost the enjoyment of an anime as well. All in all, Killing Bites is an entertaining and action-packed anime that is far from being anything groundbreaking, but can be very enjoyable if you accept it for what it is. It's well made, and I find it worth giving a try. If you simply want
animation looks
action
lit.
accompanied by pretty brutal fan service, go for it, and embrace it as the good quality, simple fun it is. Coming in at number 5, we have Gantz. It is not easy to find an anime that keeps you on edge. Something that in which no character seems safe and nothing is certain. Gantz is one such anime. A relentless, monster-busting gore fest. It takes no prisoners, and even the central characters do not seem safe from harm. However, what Gantz has is intensity and shock it lacks on plot and theme. This anime follows high school student Kei Kurono. Kei is a rather selfish teen whose only goal is in life to get laid, going on record as one of the worst anime characters of all time. However, this goal goes unmet, as Kei and childhood friend Masaru Kato die saving a homeless man from an incoming train. Unexpectedly, they end up in an apartment room with others who have died, including naked girl Kei Kishimoto, and a sphere referred to as Gantz. The sphere opens up, revealing racks of black suits and weapons. They are informed that they have been given a second chance at life, but with a catch. They must hunt and kill aliens when called upon by Gantz. This is a very violent series. Heads explode, limbs get cut off, people get torn to pieces, and all is shown on screen. Throw in some domestic violence and nudity, and what you have is something not for the sensitive or faint of heart. These elements make Gantz a relentless, gritty, urban, supernatural thriller. So watch at your own risk.
Was it a 3D animation on Netflix that says Gantz?
Instead of having you transfer to another world, begin your adventure of survival. How about just do it in real life? That is exactly what this anime is about. The story begins when the main protagonist downloads an app that happens to turn a whole society into a battle zone. The app or organization can somehow manipulate people's thinking, turn an in-game coin into a real-world functional currency system, and it can somehow maintain order to a society when you are literally been put into a death match. All those points that I have mentioned above could have been explored, but instead the author of the original source material decided to go cheap. Thus, Darwin's game, anime, becomes one of those forgettable, generic, edgy anime. But it's not that bad, to be honest. Yes, the story was lacking, but it's a good watch, so be sure to give it a try. Coming in at number 3, we have Btooom. The story is about a guy who sits at home playing video games all day. He's one of the top players in a game called Btooom. Eventually, he gets kidnapped and taken to an island where he has to play the game to survive and win back his freedom. I immediately thought of myself and my Killzone 3 addiction, so I can sort of relate to the main protagonist. I also love stories like The Hunger Games where people are forced to fight each other for their lives. And I just a sick fuck. The characters are the biggest draw for me as they are all real people, or rather they feel real to me, and not just a bunch of anime archetypes thrown together. The main character, Ryota, is just a regular guy who is very selfish and tends to think only about how things affect him. He's not some goody two-shoes, but he's not the devil as well. What was interesting to me more than anything was finding out that everyone on the island was sent there by someone they know. And we do get a glimpse into the reasons why some of the characters are there. And with the others, you can sort of see why based on their actions, why someone would send them. In other words, some are more deserving of their spot there than others, and with Ryota, it's up to you to decide if he should really be there or not. I really like this anime. I love the characters in it, and I really want to get to know more about them. When I finish the last episode, I will look for season 2 because there is just no way this anime is over. It pretty much finishes in the middle. However, sadly, I read that it was one of the worst selling animes of 2012. So yeah, I guess I will continue in manga. Coming in at number 2, we have Alice in Borderland.
So it's an anime version? I didn't know that.
It's a psychological anime, yet it's unique. It doesn't even have any serious tragedy. Even
How
those
many
who are not into
episodes?
mindfucking like myself will enjoy this. It's about a bunch of kids who can adapt in the real world, being warped into a mirror image of the world and told to participate in games with their lives at stake. These games are different to what anyone might expect from an anime like this, and actually make sense and is exciting. You would find a cliffhanger of sorts at the center of each episode which will make your heart go crazy and your eyes will be practically glued to the screen. However, despite it being unique in many ways, there's still plenty of similar storylines, so one might find it to be a ripoff. And number 1 goes to Death Parade. When a person dies, their soul either goes to hell or heaven. When two people die at the same time, they come to a place where arbiters, or judges, judge their souls and send them to heaven or hell. It's a good idea. A nice one, really. The main storyline of the anime is about the human girl who works with an arbiter, Btooom, and assists him in his judgments. The series shows quite a few pairs who come and get judged, but the main storyline is about the human girl and what happens to her in the end. At the start of the series, they show a couple of pairs, each playing a game, letting the darkness of their hearts come out and getting judged. In order to help with the judgment, the arbiters request the pairs to play a game. Certain situations arise in the games which cause the players to lose control and act out, just like you would if someone cheated in a game. The mechanics of the anime are explained briefly, keeping more focus on the judgments. They do show that the whole system is quite complex, but don't go into its details, and it isn't needed since it doesn't matter to the real objective of the anime, which are the judgments. The storyline about the human girl progresses in the anime slowly, but the last 2 to 3 episodes are devoted to her, alone. You can expect a psychological and serious atmosphere from this anime. The stories of the people that come in are heartbreaking, and you can't help but feel sorry for those who have led unfair lives. This is one of the best anime you will ever see. Alrighty everybody, looks like that's the end of this list. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment down below if you think we forgot any anime that deserves to be on this list. And also, don't forget to like, share, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to become a member of the channel, as you will also get some exclusive content for members only. And thanks again everybody so much for watching. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.
It looked like at the end one of them went to heaven and hell. Wow, that anime looks very interesting though. Dang. Man, some of them animes sound very interesting to watch. Especially High Rise Invasion. If you guys did not watch High Rise Invasion, bro, please watch. I highly recommend watching it. It is so good. I really hope season 2 comes. I really hope like next year or this year. I really hope it comes, like season 2 comes. But anyway, that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button. I'll see you guys